this is an incident that happened to me last year in the month of February.
I mean, this is what, I mean, why we wanted to say this is, nothing has changed. And probably everything has changed, right? We are probably living in those times where nothing has changed and everything has changed. The only thing that has changed probably is we need to go inward, because probably that is the only source which is absolutely permanent. Swami over here, through his physical moving away from us, has probably told us that even this physical form is not capable of giving you the ultimate happiness. For that, you have to go within, because that is my true address. And what we wanted to share with you are some of those moments that have happened after his physical demise, his so-called physical demise, only to show us that, now I'm closer to you. Now I'm just a thought away from you. So, I mean, these were some of the experiences that we wanted to share. I'm sorry, I just thought I'll give a little introduction to this
You
part.
set the stage very nicely. So, sometime in the month of February last year, I had a dream one morning. And in my dream, Swami comes for darshan. He stands outside the interview room. And Swami says, "Final year boys, get up." And I was in the front. And for some strange reason, I stood up. And I turned back and saw the upper veranda. There were two more boys who stood up, one of whom was actually a third-year undergrad final year boy who was studying last year. So I looked at Swami and I said, "Swami, there are only three of us." Swami said, "It's okay, come in." So we went in. Swami sat on his sofa, and I noticed that those two boys were a little hesitant to sit close to Swami. They were seated a little behind. So I took the courage to go and sit next to Swami. I was sitting at his feet. And Swami was talking to us about right conduct. Swami was saying how we should have right conduct. And in that context, Swami was saying, right is right, even if only one person is doing it. Wrong is wrong, even if everybody is doing it. You should be like that Africa boy. So when Swami said Africa boy, the other two students who were seated with me didn't know whom Swami was referring to. But in my dream, I happened to know. I don't know how I know, but in my dream, I knew the moment Swami said Africa boy, I knew whom he was referring to. So Swami looked at me, I looked at them, I saw that they had a blank face. So I said, "Brother, Swami is referring to one of our old students, Anmol Mehta." I'm even giving a name in my dream. And Swami is saying, that boy. So I turned back, I told Swami, "Swami, can I tell them?" Swami says, "Yes, tell them." So then I am narrating to those two students about Anmol Mehta. I have no idea. Now, just a pause. I did have a batchmate by name Anmol Mehta, but I have not even seen him after 2008. I have no idea where he is, what he is doing, nothing. He's the only Anmol Mehta I know. Right? So the name is that is the name that I told Swami, and Swami said, "Yes, tell them about Anmol." So I'm telling them, "Brother, Swami is talking about an old student, Anmol, who studied here. He is in Africa. In his workplace, in his factory, there was a strike, but Anmol felt it is not the right thing to do to participate in that strike, and Anmol refused to participate in that strike. So Swami is saying, you should, even if you're the only one doing it, right is right, even if you're the only one doing it." That is what Swami is referring to. Swami said, "Atla undali, you should be like him." The dream went on, it ended. I woke up and I was pleasantly surprised that where is that guy Anmol, and how do I know some details that I'm shooting out to Swami in my dream, and Swami is saying, "Yeah, that is what I'm referring to." So I shared this dream with one of my professors. And he also laughed and he said, "Oh really, how did you know about this boy?" I said, "I have no idea, but this is what happened in my dream, so strange." That was the end of it. Sometime in the end of March, the college closed for study holidays, so college was not working. And this professor was walking to college that morning at about 9ish. And at the gate, there was a girl and a boy who was standing at the entrance of the college. So as sir approached them, they both wished sir. And that boy said, "Sir, I'm an old student who studied here. I've come to Parthi for the first time with my wife. I want to show her the campus where I studied. Can I show her the campus?" So sir said, "It's a study holiday, there are no students, so it should not be a problem, but you better ask the director's permission before you take her inside." So he said, "Where is the director's office?" So sir showed him the director's office. Sir proceeded to his department, to his cabin. And that was the end of it. So after 15-20 minutes, that boy and that girl, his wife, they came to sir's cabin And that boy thanked sir, and he said, thank you, sir. I met the director, he gave permission, I showed her the campus, I'm on my way out, I just wanted to thank you. So out of courtesy, sir said, sit, why don't you sit? And sir said, I'm sorry, I know you studied here, but I don't remember your name and all. Your face looks familiar. What is your name? Where are you? He says, my name is Anmol Mehta. And this is very strange. So sir said, oh, okay, where are you now? Sir, I'm in Nigeria. Wow. So sir was very inquisitive. So he engaged him in a conversation, and then gradually sir asked him, saying, don't mind me asking this, but by any chance was there a strike in your workplace that you refused to take part in? He said, no. No sir, nothing like that. So sir thought, okay, that was the end of it. He left it at that. Then his wife prodded him, it seems. You forgot, no, that incident happened, you forgot about it. He said, yes sir, something happened. Sir said, yes, what happened? So then he tells sir that the employees in his organization, the majority of them got together and decided that they will go and storm into the management, and tell, this is our condition. Pass this or we will not work. Anmol felt that their conditions were not right, not correct what they were asking for. He did not want to go with the majority. But he was scared that if he was with the minority, he might get singled out later. So he was really upset and wondering what he should do. So it seems he came back home and he told his wife, saying, this is what is going on. Tomorrow they all want to go to the management. I'm not feeling like that's the right thing to do. So what he decided was, he just skipped work the next day. He took leave. That incident did happen. The majority went. So the following day when he went to office, nobody took offense of which side he was on, because you didn't know which side he was on. But at least his conscience was at rest, that he did the right thing and did not take part in what he felt was incorrect. He narrated this story to sir and said, why did you ask me this? And then sir asked him, do you remember your batchmate Siddartha? He says, no. He says, no, he studied when you were in your batch. Now he's teaching in the English department. No, sir, I don't remember him. Okay. This is what happened. 15 days ago, he had a dream. And this is what happened in the dream. I believe when sir told him the dream, him and his wife just broke down crying. And he tells sir, I'm coming after 4 or 5 years. And obviously it's my first trip after Swami's Mahasamadhi. But what more proof do I need to know that Swami is watching over us every single moment? That he is, when you follow the dictates of your heart, that is where he is, and he is watching over you every single moment. I don't need to see him, but I just know that he is watching over me. Where is he? He's in Nigeria. Now you just take, when this whole thing happened and Anmol left Parthi that day. The subsequent day, sir told me about, you know what, I met Anmol Mehta yesterday. I said, what? He said, yes, he is in Nigeria, Africa, and it really happened to him. I just could not believe it. But think of it. First of all, what are the chances that I know what is happening in somebody's life in Africa? Accurately. And I shared this dream with one professor in the entire campus. On a holiday, he is coming to college, and he is the only teacher whom that boy crosses. Right? What are the chances of all of this? And that too, 15 days after I had the dream, this guy travels from Nigeria to Puttaparthi and meets just that one teacher. So it's, and if Anmol had met me, I would have probably blurted it out to him without getting the information out of him. It happened to, the message went to Anmol through somebody else. There was a message for Anmol, there was a message for sir, there was a message for me, and I think that is the message that I want to share with all of you. He is definitely watching over every single thing that we are doing. How else can you explain? It's not a coincidence. It cannot be, so many coincidences cannot happen.
Yeah, these are called coincidences. These are not coincidences.
And that's why I said, when Swami told in his discourses, I'm above you, below you, beside you, around you, he took it very seriously. Whether we took it seriously or we take it seriously or not, he is definitely watching over each and every one of us.